Hello, and welcome back to my channel. I am Earth Song, or you can call me Kelly. Today we're going to do a tarot reading for Sagittarius. Now, I went ahead and pulled some cards and channeled spirit to get an overall energy and feel. Um, Let me know in the comments how you like me doing it this way, and we'll go from there, okay? So, I started off with the elemental emotion that you're feeling right now, and you have some kind of a promise that was made between you and someone else that you're really wanting to nurture, and you're really trying to manifest this promise, whatever this promise was. You're really trying to manifest it and make it come into fruition for you. But then you find yourself in stillness in your emotional cards. So then I did the tarot, and the first card that we have is the Two of Swords. My nose is tickling. And in this deck, the Two of Swords really represents almost an unwillingness to make a decision instead of an inability. So maybe that explains the stillness in the emotional cards. Something has happened or changed that's made you stop trying to manifest um, the promise coming into fruition. Okay, about knock that card off. So yeah, in this Two of Swords, which we all know is the crossroads, um, you need to be following your own heart rather than trying to make others happy or like pretending that there is no problem, or maybe even over analyzing. And perhaps that's why you're unwilling to change something, unwilling to make this decision now, because you're over analyzing. You're in your head too much about something to do with this relationship. Now, the next card that you get is the Justice card. And in this deck, the Justice card really pushes the issue of making sure that you remain impartial, right? Like, you need to be fair and look at both sides of the story. And, yes, stand up for what you believe, but also try to understand where the other person is coming from in this relationship. Um, and you will win, with this Justice card, you will win a victory in your overall goals for this relationship, as long as you are the one coming at it from the right perspective, the fair, um, with integrity, right? That's what I'm trying to say. You need to come toward this with integrity in order to get the justice, get the outcome that you're wanting from this situation and this relationship. But then in your third card, you've got the Five of Cups, and this Five of Cups, you see he's standing there looking out across the valley, and his hands are on his hips, right? He's frustrated. He's aggravated. He's fed up. Well, that's because he's focusing on negativity. Things aren't turning out the way that he wanted them to. And I think Spirit wants you to either forgive yourself or forgive the other party involved in this, and really understand from a new perspective that everything happens for a reason, and to just try to look at the blessings, try to find the hidden blessings in all of this, whatever has happened between you and this other person. And I think that goes back to the Justice card. Look at this from both sides of the coin, not just from your own perspective and your own emotional value of it, but actually value the emotional attachment that the other person has to this situation as well. And then in your fourth card, you have the Four of Pentacles, which, I mean, again, this is someone who is like really hanging on to their resources and maybe even making extreme decisions with their money or even their emotions. And that things aren't always black and white. This card really wants you to look at the gray area, right? Read between the lines. Don't just look at the black and white of things. Truly be impartial. And this theme is just throughout this whole reading here so far is you really need to kind of take a step back and reevaluate, both sides of the story. Maybe there's something you're missing. Maybe there's something that you weren't willing to see before that you really need to see. That Spirit is trying to tell you that you really need to see and be compassionate about for the other person. Um, and that, it could be the other way around too. But again, this reading is for Sagittarius. So I typically take that energy to be yours, not your other person's. But of course, sometimes it can be because energy is fluid. And so I could be picking up on the stronger energy of the two of you, which could be the other person being the negative one and being the one that's refusing to see the other side of the coin and to see your perspective on it. So, of course, it could be, whoever your partner is and their energy. But I'm going to read it as if it's yours, Sagittarius. Okay? Um, the next card, your fifth position card, is the King of Wands. But again, in this deck, the King of Wands is very passionate. So that speaks to, this extremes in emotion again, right? Um, Perhaps this is an extreme of emotion rather than an extreme spending spree or not handling your money properly. Or, possibly even both. I just heard Spirit say it could be both for some. So, absolutely, this card kind of backs that up with saying that, yes, you're very charismatic and you're very confident and you're very passionate, but maybe in a restless sense or like in a one-sided sense. You're wanting to see things happen your way and you're really trying to stay focused on that. But at the same time, you're very passionate about this relationship. So I think that's why Spirit is saying you really need to see both sides of the story. Really see it from their perspective because you are very passionate about this person. That promise is very important to you. Um, so try to see their side of the story as well. The sixth card you have is the Two of Wands, and this is about taking your next steps and where you go with that. And like inwardly, you're very ready to be bold and ambitious with your steps. You're just not sure, you know, you're just not sure or you're unwilling to take those steps that you already know that you need to be taking. You're just not ready for them yet. And I think Spirit is really trying to emphasize to you that you need to take a hard look at both sides of the coin so that you can make the right choices and, take those next steps, right? Um, this card talks about partnering with the people that share your dreams. So whoever you're in this relationship with, you made this promise to one another. You both want the same goal. You both want the same outcome, um, which is to be together, I would assume, is what this is saying. And so you need to be willing to make this work together. You have to move forward hand in hand and being able to see each other's perspective and honor that, really honor that. Even if you don't necessarily still agree with it, try to understand it. I mean, that seems to be a really difficult thing for couples to do, is to be able to honor and try to understand the other person's point of view, even if you don't agree with it. And I think that if we all came from a place of honestly respecting the other one's opinion and honestly respecting the other one's feelings, even when we don't agree, we could all have such beautiful relationships with each other, because at least there's that honor and that respect. And I think, Spirit is definitely saying to you, Sagittarius, that you need to take that step back and look at this from a new perspective, a new set of fresh eyes. If you truly want this relationship to have a snowball's chance in hell, that's really necessary for you to do. Because someone's got some quite stubborn, passionate energy going on here. Either it's you or your partner. And Spirit is saying to stop being so passionately stubborn and, passionately greedy with your own pinnacles, your own um, opinions and emotions and feelings about it or whatever. And be fair, right? Like this Justice card, be fair. So back up your train a little bit and take a new look. Okay, so your seventh card is normally a really beautiful card. It's the Four of Wands. But in the seventh position, this is telling you, this is like your hopes and your fears card, right? You have so much to celebrate. Like there's this really beautiful union between the two of you. You've got so much to celebrate, but you have to be able to give that gratitude to the divine for that. Give that gratitude to God, source, spirit, whatever you want to call it, him or her. But yeah, give that gratitude to the divine and the angels, and the peace and the prosperity that you seek will come to you. And you will find that contentment in your personal life. You'll get that ultimate wish that you want to make this work, to make this promise that you made with each other really last. Let me just show you this promise is new moon energies. Moon energy is our emotions, right? And this is the promise card. And so that's love. This is real love. This is true love. And you want this promise. So you have to be able to see things from another perspective here. And I just heard that maybe for some of you, there's been, even though we don't have a Tower card, and we're still going to do more tarot, but even though we don't have a Tower card right now, Spirit just said to me that perhaps you and this person are no longer together. And so that promise was broken, in your opinion. And to maybe look at this from a new perspective and understand why you're no longer together. So perhaps there's a lesson in this for you in order for this relationship to either be let go of or to be mended, so that you can move forward positively either way. So then in your ninth card position, we have the Six of Pentacles, which is good coming back to you for the good that you put out. So again, I think this goes back to the Justice card, where we need to be fair and move forward with integrity. Really stay in your power and your place of integrity and see this from both points of view. Be fair about it. And being fair about it is going to bless you sixfold. It's going to bless you. Um, but you have to be able to come from that place of integrity. And, once you do that, this really beautiful, unexpected inflow of an abundance just starts coming at you. Um, a lot of times with the Six of Pentacles, we feel like this would be the energy where we feel like everybody has their hand out for us to give to them, and we don't receive in turn. So I'm going to suggest that maybe you take a look back at this relationship and review it and see if, in fact, you really were getting your fair share, not just giving it out. Maybe that's the whole point of where you need to be looking at a new perspective, looking at this relationship with a fresh set of eyes. And then you have the Sun card for your 10th position. And the Sun card, it's Leo energy, but it's also it's passionate energy, it's joyful energy, it's warm, it can even be hot, energy. Um, it's a time of great joy and great success, and even like brilliant epiphanies that can lead to really beautiful, magical opportunities. So again, I think that goes back to um, the Six of Pentacles, and even did we skip the Emperor card? You had the Emperor card in your 8th position. I think I might have skipped that. But this is about logic and accepting your role and creating structure and discipline within yourself in order to increase your success. So sit in your power of integrity, sit in your power of fairness, and look at this with a new set of eyes and realize, perhaps where you could have been wrong about something or some things, right? Your opinions on some things. Maybe you were too hasty and fiery in your opinions. I mean, you are Sagittarius after all, you're fire sign, and the sun is also a fire sign. And maybe you were a little too quick to be hot-headed or opinionated about something, and you need to step back and kind of check yourself, um, reevaluate your action or reaction to something. And then on the bottom of the deck, we have the release card. There's a glare on all of this. I'm sorry. This is the card of release. And it's a really beautiful card. I don't know if you can see all of that, but that's a gorgeous unicorn and a beautiful angel with his arms outstretched to the heavens, And there's two different castles in the background. There's two separate castles. And this card, this release card, is about endings that lead to new beginnings. So maybe, you need to let go of your very strong, opinionated opposition to something in order to move forward in a happy, prosperous way in the relationship. Or perhaps you need to just acknowledge that each of you made mistakes and that the separation is necessary, and just release it and let it go. Just take it for the lessons that it is and release it. And this card is really about spiritual transformation as well. So I think the overall big lesson here in this is probably you, Sagittarius, need to release your ego a little bit, release your hold that you have on your opinion, and maybe accept where you could have flaws too, and perhaps you made mistakes or acted out in a negative manner that isn't appropriate to other people, or to whoever you're in your relationship with there. And, learn from it, really grow from it. Use this as something that's to your advantage, really treat it as the lesson that it's meant to be. Okay. And then the next card on the bottom of the deck is new starts and trusting yourself. It's about pushing through your fears and taking a leap of faith into something. So, this is the dreamer, right? Dream your dream and then move forward in it. Don't doubt it. Either release it and walk away fresh with clean energy and your integrity, and, learning about self, which is a beautiful thing to learn about self. Don't ever feel bad about that. We all need to learn more about self-love, self-care, self-lessons to grow and become better, more loving, more compassionate, more understanding. So whatever is going on here, let go of it. And look, the next card is awakening. This is a spiritual growth for you. This is a lesson for you. This is the hangman of this tarot deck. He's looking at his choices and his path and really contemplating and going inward for growth, to be able to make this choice, to be able to be willing to make this choice, willing and able. And you can do that. You have a very beautiful, fiery, passionate heart. You can do this. Oh, goodness. Okay. So the very first card we get is let go. You need to walk away from some situation in order to resolve it. This card says that you're an environmentalist, which basically means you're an earth angel who was born to protect and nurture and teach about nature and the animals. So step into your power and really do that. Really feel who you are at your core. Move past your negative, fiery emotions. Don't be stuck anymore in this negative energy. Really free yourself. See, she's got wings. Use those wings and fly. Really free yourself. Let go. And wake up. Your next card is school. It says the answers that you're seeking involves going back to school. Well, when you're awakening, you're learning about self. You're going within. You're in that hangman energy, right? Awakening in that hangman energy. So you're learning. You're learning about yourself. This card is the protection card. It says that you are protected, you are safe, and you are supported while you're learning how to be a better you. So don't be like worried karma's going to get your ass, because you're protected. As long as you're doing this with integrity and you're coming from a good space, a heart space type place, you're going to be protected. And the next card is light and love. Your true purpose is to bring divine healing, divine love, and divine light to the world. So stay in that energy rather than this negative, emotional, fiery emotional energy. And then at the bottom of the deck is the travel card, which means that you need to be moving forward in this energy. Spirit is encouraging you to practice. That's the practice card. Spirit's encouraging you to practice who you're meant to be as an earth angel, who you're meant to be as a light worker and spreading divine love and having that compassion and having that ability to see the other side, to see other people's perspectives, to respect it. This is your time to shine and really step into your full power. I really am excited for you. This is a really beautiful reading. It turned out a whole lot better than I expected that it was going to, because it started off looking like possibly some terrible romantic breakup. But it's got good messages of encouragement that you're moving on the right path. And as long as you keep on that path, you're going to be protected. You're going to be safe, and you're going to be rewarded for all of your hard work for going within. And it is hard work. It's not easy to go within. It's not easy to be honest with yourself about who you are as a human sometimes. You know, we make mistakes. We make bad choices. But as long as we're honest with ourselves about it and we try to do better and grow and learn from it, that's the important thing. And that's when Spirit or God really protects you and blesses you for your growth, you know. That's the good karma. The bad karma is when we stay stuck. We're in stalemate with ourselves. You know, we can't get out of our own way. Okay, so we've got Voyage. And this card is really a message about telling you that you already have all of the answers that you seek. They're within you. You're looking for some kind of a map or some book or self-help or tarot reading maybe that's going to give you all the answers, but you have the answers within you. You know, you're in that hangman energy. Look within. Those answers you seek are within you. They're in your heart. They're in your soul. And the next card, the first thing I noticed about it is that it's 44, which is an 8, which is eternity. And it says that this is the storm card, and it's saying that every storm ends eventually. Every hurricane comes to an end. Every tornado ends eventually. They don't last forever. So just know that you don't have to be stuck in this energy where you don't know what road to choose or choice to pick. You know, tomorrow's a new day and you get a fresh start every day. So be grateful for what you have. See the blessings in whatever this situation means to you, whether it's a breakup or just a bump in the road with your relationship. Find the gratitude and the blessings in it. This storm is going to end for you, okay? But you got to trust that. You have to trust you. You have to trust your instincts. You have to trust Spirit to be leading you the right way, watching for the signs and synchronicities that are going to help you. And come from a place of true compassion. Come from a place of integrity. Don't go at this half-assed, because that's just going to get you more bad karma. You don't want more bad karma. You want blessings. You want the promise. That's the first card in this whole thing, is the promise. So come at this from a place of integrity and compassion. It's not just going to benefit the relationship. I believe it's going to benefit you personally on a soul level as well. And yeah, this says for you to just slay your dragons. See, she's coming at them dragons with a sword. Slay your inner dragons. Get rid of those inner demons. This is the 7 of Swords, which represents looking at yourself in the mirror and giving yourself an honest, true evaluation, and then changing something. I mean, it doesn't get any more clear than that. Look at that man or that woman in the mirror and don't bullshit yourself. Be honest. Own all of your shit. It's necessary to grow. We all have to do it. It's necessary to awaken into your full spiritual potential. And you're meant to be an earth angel. You're meant to be a light worker, just like me. But you got to do the work. You got to do the hard work first. Go inside. Look within. Be real. You don't have to tell anybody. Just be real with you. Be your own first priority. Spirit is clearly telling you that now is time for you to wake up. Now is the time for you to take that hard, long look at yourself and make the proper necessary changes to be able to look at all sides of the coin, all different sides of the story, all different people's emotions. Come from a place of compassion and understanding, true understanding, not bullshit understanding. Not like you tell them you understand and then you really don't. Be real with yourself, be real with them. And forgive yourself and forgive others, because we're all learning. We're all growing, just at different rates, different paces. So forgive yourself and forgive the others that are hurting you. Other person, other people, however many's involved, doesn't matter. Be real about all of it and honor it. Respect it. Come from a place of integrity. I'm going to draw a rune card for you before we close this out. I always say a card, but they're stones. I don't know why I want to call them cards. I guess because I'm at with all these tarot cards first. Okay, you got two. That's never happened. And look, you got the infinity and the amethyst with the X on it. Okay. So the infinity stone is the breakthrough stone. What's that? 130, 135. Okay. So breakthrough also is transformation day. And it says here is the final rune belonging to the cycle of initiation. This is your Earth Angel's rune. Drawing the dagas often symbols a major shift of breakthrough in the process of self-change. A complete transformation in your attitude, a 180-degree turn. For some, the transition is so radical that they are no longer able to live the ordinary life in the ordinary way. And that's okay. Because the timing is right, the outcome is assured, although not, from the present vantage point, predictable. In each life, there comes at least one moment which, if recognized and seized, transforms the course of that life forever. Forever. Because we're talking about a soul journey here. Not this one life in that body you're living in right now. We're talking about the soul's journey. This changes the course of everything forever. This is like the ending of a karmic debt if you get it right. Rely, therefore, on radical trust, even though the movement may call for you to leap empty-handed into the void. With this rune, your warrior nature can reveal itself. I want you to do that too. I really hope that you do that. I want you to just trust in yourself and trust in God or the divine or the universe or source or whatever you want to call it. Trust that it really does reward you tenfold when you do the things that are of integrity, that come from a place of honor, that come from a place of compassion and love. Really remember that. Trust that. And take this leap of faith to change yourself, no matter what that may mean for your 6 degrees or this relationship that showed up in this spread. The next rune is the rune of partnership. It's a gift. Drawing this rune is an indication that partnership in some form is at hand. In love relationships, in business matters, in partnering of every kind. You are put on notice not to collapse yourself into that union. For true partnership is achieved only by separate and whole beings who retain their separateness even as they unite. You see, that goes back to that compassion and respect for the other person's opinions and feelings on the situation. That's a true partnership. Remember to let the winds of heaven dance between you. At the same time, there is another aspect of partnership that you are being called to consider. For the path of partnership can lead you to the realization of a still greater union, the union with your higher self, union with the divine. The ultimate gift of this rune is the realization of the divine in all things. God always enters into equal partnerships. This rune is the rune of partnership, and it has no reverse, for it signifies the gift of freedom from which flow all other gifts. The divine, true love, true compassion, true understanding, true respect for one another and honor. And this whole reading has been telling you to do just that. And that it's your time to wake up and step into your power and your energy and be the beautiful light that you are supposed to be for this world. You have it in you. Sitting still with yourself and being honest and real with yourself can be quite difficult and challenging, but it's so worth it for you and then everyone else around you, because that love and that light that's going to come out of you is going to create this beautiful ripple effect that just spreads out to everyone. All right, that's the end of your reading, Sagittarius. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope that you take heed to it. And I wish you many blessings and love and light. Thank you.